Okay, so for question E, we need to draw the final design. Here's the mark scheme: quality of drawing, dimensions and construction details. So quality of drawing, high standard throughout with a range of techniques that show clearly all detail. So maybe you probably need to do an orthographic, an isometric, and maybe a net as well if it's going to be for some packaging. Dimensions, additional, so overall dimensions you get 1, additional dimensions 2, so you at least need 3, 4 or 4 or 5 different dimensions. And construction details, all construction detail will be clear with good annotation and additional detailed drawings as necessary. So you need to show how your product's going to be made and how it fits together as well. Okay, so I'm going to choose my idea 1. You might have to obviously refer back to your idea, so you might need the sheet out from the pile, so you can undo the staple if you need to. Take it out, have it in front of you. I'm just going to do it from memory. Right, the first thing I'm going to work out is how I'm going to fit. I'm going to do an orthographic view first. How it's going to fit on the page. So first of all, I need to decide how big my product will be. You can do that obviously by getting a ruler, estimating it, etc. My product is a portfolio, so it needs to carry A3 work at least. So it needs to be the size, at least the size, or a little bit bigger than A3. So a piece of A3 is about 30 centimeters in width and 42 in length. Okay, but obviously whatever you're designing, whatever product you're designing, it would help to get a ruler out and estimate it. So I'm going to actually do, and then you have to work out a scale. So I'm going to do this drawing to scale. Now my this package will, the folder won't obviously fit on full size. So if I halve it, will that fit on? So 15. So if I halve it, it's going to be 15 centimeters high. So just about, but I won't leave much room for dimensions. So 1 to 3, yeah, 1 to 3 will fit. So it's going to be 10 centimeters by about 14 centimeters. Okay. So first of all, what I'm going to do is just sketch it out. So there's 0, there's 10. There's 12. So if I just do a quick sketch, and then there's a view from above, there's a view from the side, and we can see, yeah, that should fit on the page. Okay, so I'm going to start here. So do a loose sketch first of all, just to work out where everything's going to go. I'll probably do a 3-dimensional view here, an isometric. Probably maybe have the net there, yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so I'm going to start here, draw a baseline, and start from 7, use the word, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 17, oh sorry, that's width, so it's going to be 12, over there. Okay, so basically I'm just going to do an orthographic drawing of my package. 10 centimeters towards about there. So use the drawing board to do this. Obviously it's going to be a lot easier than just doing it with a ruler. Okay, I need to decide on the thickness of my, give it a couple of centimeters between the views. I need to decide the thickness, so it would hold models, so I would have thought maybe at least 10 centimeters, so say 3 centimeters in width. Now obviously this is just, you're guessing a lot of these measurements really. Obviously you'd have to do research and you'd have to decide on measurements if you're actually going to design this for real. But your drawing would be much better if it is to scale, because you know that everything will fit on the page, and the drawing will look in proportion, it will look right. Okay, so there we go. So basically I've got the front view, plan view, and I've got the side view here. So I just need to add some detail. So I'm going to draw in my lid. So obviously there's a lot going to depend on what it is you're actually drawing. Whether it be a packaging, etc. But definitely get an orthographic in there, definitely. That's the top, so measure that halfway. Draw a line across as the centre, and either side of there. Let's just find the centre there as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's going to be my handle. There we go. The side view. Just drawing kind of front side of the flap. Just drawing the little latch there as well. I need to draw in the handle on the side view. Okay. So make sure obviously your views match up. If you've got a handle or something, what the detail on it needs to be, obviously the front, plan and side, you need to draw that in place there like that. That's fine. Okay, now we're going to have some dimensions. So I'm going to add a dimension here. It's going to be the overall width. Remember dimensions, there's a leader line. The leader line never touches the object. You've got the dimension line which goes all the way from where to where you want that dimension to go, and the very small arrowheads. So obviously the dimension is not going to be the dimension of the object on the page, it can be the dimension of the object in real life. So that's 12 centimeters. So my scale is 1 to 3. So scale's 1 to 3. So that's actually going to be 360 millimeters. So I made a bit of a mistake there. That's actually supposed to be 420. So it should have been, I think 14 centimeters, but never mind. Okay, but right. Okay, now what I'm going to do is the dimension. Do a dimension here. This is 3. So it's actually, so scale's 1 to 3. So if I measure it and it's 3 centimeters, times it by 3 is 9. That's actually 90. So remember, all measurements are in millimeters. I need to do the height of my carrier. Okay, the height is what was it? The height is 20, so it's actually 300. Okay, remember the measurements always sit on the line. Okay, as you can see there. So that's pretty much the overall dimensions. And as we read here, it says overall dimensions you only get 1 mark, additional dimensions you get 2. So I mean, maybe some additional dimensions would be the size of the lid, the front of the lid. And that's going to be 105. There we go. The handle, so I could do actually the handle, so I could do the width of the handle maybe. And very small measurements like this, the arrow is actually, the dimension line actually comes out the side like this, and then usually the measurement, so that measurement is what, 1, 2, 3, so say we'll call it 10, so 10, there like that. Okay, so very small dimensions, that's how you dimension it, because if you couldn't really get the arrowheads in between there if you had a little line, so the arrows actually come out of the side here. We might just fit in the measurement here. Haven't left a lot of room there, never mind. So that's going to be, it's 30, so that's 90. Okay, so that's pretty much done. The latch, maybe what I'm going to do with the latch is I'm actually going to, with my compass, I'm just going to draw a detail circle around there. So draw a circle around that like that. And what I'm going to do is have an arrow coming off here. Okay, so I'm just going to point out the detail there of that latch, and then I'm going to draw the latch to scale. So the latch is 2, so it's 1, 2, so it's 6 millimeters by 30. Okay, so I'm just going to draw that up here. So 30. By 6. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually add some dimensions to that. Again, if the dimension, if whatever you're measuring is too very small, you have the dimensions, arrow dimension lines coming out like this, and then that's going to be 6. Okay. And then I'm going to dimension the width of that. Okay, so I can get 2 marks for that because I've got multiple dimensions. Look, I've got detail as well. Okay, so that's fine. Now I'm going to do a 3-dimensional view, so I need to switch my set square. I've been using the 45/90 set square for the orthographic. Now I'm going to use the 30/60. Okay, I'm going to just draw a quick isometric up here. Now I'm not too fussed, not too bothered if this isn't to scale. Okay, it's just going to be kind of pictorial view of the package of my holder. Okay, I'm just gonna estimate what that is. That looks like. As you can see, I've drawn a quick sketch, so that gives me a quick idea whether we're not going to fit it in or not. There we go. Whoops. So actually, I'm drawing that in the wrong place. It's actually there, that line there. Okay. Now I'm going to go over that with a fine liner, just to make it a bit more clearer. In fact, what I'm going to do first of all is draw in the handle on top. So measure across there is 35. I'm going to do. So I'm just going to sketch it. Sketch it in like so. So I'm just going to freehanding the handle, and then I'm going to make sure I use my set square for all the other bits and pieces, which are main frame of the box. Make sure your set square sits on the parallel motion to be accurate. Make sure you got the right set square. Okay, and then I need to draw in the lid. Something like that. 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters. Line between there and there. Line between there and there. Okay. Just comes out the fine liner. Just draw in the latch there like that. Okay, that's great. I'm happy with that. Okay, I think I'll just go over the orthographic now. Using the parallel motion to draw my straight lines, not just using the ruler. While I'm there, I'm going to draw my dimension lines as well. Nearly there. A few more lines. Now Now remember the dimension lines, the leader lines don't touch the drawing. Okay? So leader lines do not touch the drawing. Just drawing the latch. So here's the leader line. Leave a gap between the object and the line. Small arrowheads. Okay, very small. Very small arrowheads.